You won't believe what's happening right now, because for the first time in years, holders across the country are witnessing something they never expected to see this soon. Fully operational IQD and VND exchange centers quietly launching in multiple major regions, sending shockwaves through investor communities and leaving many people stunned as rumors of a strategic RV-related rollout intensify. Before we dive deeper, make sure you stick with me till the end, because the insights, signals, and real-time patterns emerging behind the scenes are something every Dinar and Dong holder needs to know. And if you want to stay ahead of the curve, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an update again. Now, let's get into what's actually happening on the ground and why so many people are calling this the biggest currency shift of 2025 so far. Over the past few months, we've seen increasing chatter among regional financial hubs about operational readiness, system updates, cross-border transaction testing, and the introduction of new streamlined procedures for both IQD and VND conversions. But what happened this week is far more significant. Multiple sources are reporting that newly opened exchange centers are not only fully staffed, but also equipped with updated digital compliance tools, faster verification frameworks, and infrastructure designed to process high-volume walk-ins and appointments. This is a major departure from the old-fashioned, manually intensive verification systems that used to cause long delays and unpredictable outcomes for currency holders. What's even more interesting is the type of customers these centers appear to be preparing for. Instead of basic retail exchanges, these centers are arranging specialized windows for holders with larger quantities, which suggests preparation for something beyond typical transactions. Several insiders have hinted that this expansion is part of a broader national effort to modernize and synchronize future exchange policies, especially as global markets continue to react to ongoing monetary reforms in Iraq and Vietnam. Meanwhile, analysts observing forex movement patterns have pointed out unusually coordinated timing between these center launches and the ongoing stabilization measures being taken by the Central Bank of Iraq, particularly regarding digital payment integration and international settlement frameworks. While no official RV confirmation has been released, the timing is undeniably compelling for anyone following this journey closely. Dinar holders across social platforms are sharing first-hand accounts of centers conducting preliminary onboarding, verifying notes under newly upgraded scanners, and preparing internal staff for sudden increases in foot traffic. All of this points to operational readiness, not speculation. Even major banks have started adjusting their informational guidelines, quietly modifying updated currency exchange disclaimers. And as global inflation concerns push investors into alternative assets, the sudden rise of these dedicated IQD and VND centers stands out as a bold signal that something transformative is underway. So, if you're watching right now, stay focused, because this is only the beginning of a bigger picture unfolding right in front of us. The level of activity happening behind the scenes right now is unlike anything we've seen in recent years, and what makes it even more compelling is how synchronized these moves appear across different financial districts, suggesting a coordinated phase rather than random local rollouts. As holders walk into these newly launched exchange centers, many are noticing high-tech verification systems, automated value assessment devices, and updated compliance desks ready to process transactions with more speed and accuracy than ever before. Analysts who have tracked the space for a long time are calling this rollout a strategic infrastructure update that typically precedes major monetary policy shifts, especially in countries undergoing economic stabilization and international reintegration procedures like Iraq and Vietnam. Reports suggest that teams managing these centers have received new operational manuals, many of which reference protocols designed for large-scale currency volume handling. This alone is raising eyebrows, because standard local exchanges do not require such procedures unless preparing for a scenario where large numbers of holders suddenly arrive for conversion. Add to that the recent push from global regulators urging countries to modernize exchange compliance tools, and the sudden activation of these centers starts to make a lot more sense. Some users who have visited these locations have described the environment as calm but extremely structured, with staff trained to answer questions without revealing any potential rate-related information. This is typical behavior during controlled financial rollout periods, where transparency is limited until official announcements are released. Furthermore, Vietnamese markets have been showing steady resilience, with foreign investment entering sectors linked to long-term economic growth, giving investors more confidence in the VND's increasing stability. On the Iraqi side, we're seeing a strong emphasis on rebuilding banking infrastructure, boosting digital payment systems, and coordinating with international partners to enhance cross-border settlement capabilities. Each of these moves supports a future where the IQD may re-enter the global economy in a much stronger position. Meanwhile, many experts believe these centers are testing operational readiness, ensuring that when a major shift occurs, they won't be overwhelmed. Investors on social media have expressed both excitement and caution, with some saying this is the clearest sign, yet that something big is approaching. Whether you're a newcomer or long-term holder, one thing is obvious. There's no other reason for a nationwide rollout of specialized currency exchange centers unless there is an anticipated surge in activity. And as 2025 unfolds, the pieces seem to be aligning more perfectly than ever before. So stay alert, because every small detail matters, and every signal points toward an approaching wave that could reshape the foreign exchange landscape. As more details continue to surface, the momentum around these new exchange centers is rapidly growing, and holders are realizing that these rollouts are not isolated or experimental, but part of a broader, well-organized initiative that reflects increasing confidence in the restructuring of both the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong. What's fascinating is how these centers are designed to operate with both traditional and digital frameworks, giving customers the ability to process transactions in ways that are more secure, transparent, and internationally compliant. Many financial observers believe this type of design is specifically engineered for a future where exchange demands could spike to unprecedented levels. This means that whether you hold a small amount or a large quantity of currency, the infrastructure is now preparing to handle it. Several reports indicate that on-site training sessions for staff have included simulated high-volume exchange scenarios, procedures for validating older print series, and updated security steps to prevent counterfeit circulation. These are not the kind of systems typically used in ordinary currency exchanges. Rather, they are the type used during structured national currency transitions or major valuation events. At the same time, numerous economic indicators emerging from Iraq show renewed efforts toward fiscal reform, budget restructuring, and oil sector expansion, all essential components for supporting a stronger national currency. Vietnam, meanwhile, continues to strengthen its manufacturing, exports, and digital banking sector, improving the long-term outlook for the VND. Combined, these movements enhance the credibility of both currencies on the international stage. And despite the fact that the global financial environment remains unpredictable, the consistency and timing of these exchange center rollouts show a level of confidence that cannot be ignored. Investors who had been waiting for tangible proof of progress are finally seeing real physical infrastructure taking shape in front of them, something that goes far beyond internet speculation. The atmosphere among holders is now shifting from doubt to anticipation, and many believe that as the year progresses, these centers will play a crucial role in managing the transition into a more modernized exchange system. Whatever happens next, the key is staying informed, staying engaged, and understanding the signals as they appear. This is a moment where knowledge truly equals opportunity, and if you want to stay ahead of every major development, make sure you join this journey with full focus and excitement, because we are heading into one of the most significant chapters this community has ever witnessed.